Good evening, everybody, and I hope you're having a good solstice holiday. Everyone receiving this broadcast will be in for a special treat tonight, as we have recovered a very unique artifact that we'd like to share with you. As we observe the winter solstice, let's take a moment to look back upon an era long forgotten. A time before the Great Cataclysm, back when our ancestors enjoyed far greater technology than we possess today. A team of searchers from our community came across this artifact over this past summer, and they gave it to us, where we've spent the past several months meticulously restoring it as best as we could. This artifact was found in exceptionally preserved condition, buried under a thick blanket of soot and sand which kept it protected from elements. The artifact is a type of device once used for leisure by our ancestors. The device is called a cassette tape, and our ancestors once used these small rectangular devices to store sounds, typically music and entertainment. These sounds could then be heard again by inserting the cassette into a special player, one of which we have also recovered and restored. A cassette tape uses a spool of magnetic tape to capture these sounds, and unfortunately this particular tape was found with its spool almost completely unraveled. This made the job of restoring the tape much more difficult, and many segments had to be cut and reattached, resulting in a loss of sound or distortion at some points. This tape, of course, comes from our ancestors before the Great Cataclysm. It appears to be a collection of musical compositions, and it seems they were all created to celebrate a holiday observed by our ancestors. The holiday, as we understand, was called Christmas, and it apparently was observed between the winter solstice and the New Year. That is why we are playing this tape for you now. Now, we don't know what this so-called Christmas was exactly, but we understand it had great religious significance to our ancestors. As far as we can gather in our research, our ancestors believed that a great man was born around this time of year. He came from the sky, traveled the world in a carriage pulled by flying horses, dressed in all red, and he consumed nothing but sweet bread and cow juice. This man, who they called Chris, told them that he came from a land in the sky where they could live forever after they die here on Earth. Eventually, Chris was killed by being nailed to a tree by a man named Judas. Chris then haunted Judas in the form of a holy trinity of three ghosts representing past, present, and future. Judas was so horrified that he killed himself by hanging from a tree. In attempts to get into the forever Skyland to be with Chris, followers of Chris would obtain items which held no use to them, only to leave these items under a tree, as trees were clearly a matter of great symbolism in our ancestors' religion. So leave some sweet bread and cow juice under a tree tonight, or else you'll be haunted by the ghost of Chris from the past. Now we will present the artifact for your enjoyment. Now, I've not heard this cassette tape either. It is being played tonight on this radio station for the first time in more than 100 years. Without further ado, and as our ancestors used to say, Merry Christmas.
to say Merry Christmas to you. Christmas Day. That's the irony that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. We know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day and all the stars at night.
I was told that the middle of the tape was the most damaged, as again this cassette was found with its tape spool unraveled, and most of the tape was found tangled up inside the player it was found with. The player itself may also have some damage which our restoration attempts could not resolve. These artifacts are, after all, more than a century old. The fact that we could get them to work at all at this point is nothing short of fascinating. Before we play the last track, I'd like to take a moment for solemn reflection on the world we lost over a century ago. Much innovation, intelligence, and knowledge was lost in the Great Cataclysm. And while we've come very far in our recovery as a society and our adaptation as a species to be resilient and rebuild, there is still long to go. Let's continue to grow and explore as we head into this new year. Let's seek new horizons and challenge ourselves in ways we maybe haven't done in a while. Try something new or try something old that you haven't learned. Pick up a new skill, discover something. Hell, Discover yourself and what you mean in this great big chaotic world of ours. Here's the last track. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.